This morning's Coffee With is with Tyler Perry.
And a sidelight interview is furnished by Lionsgate.
Tyler Perry, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
No, are you kidding me, Lynn? Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, no problem. You're here talking about, I mean, it's Halloween's around the corner. This is perfect timing. We've got Boo 2, a Madea Halloween.
So silly, so silly. Just a silly movie.
I mean, this is the 10th Madea film, right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, is there any other film franchise that has 10 films to their credit?
That's interesting. I don't know. I never thought about that. But yeah, I'm just grateful that the audience still loves it and is still coming. It's shocking to me, and I'm grateful for it. I really am.
It's really amazing. Congratulations. You've created a character that people just love. So tell us what happens in this film.
She's kind of a lot of the same things, but just in a different situation. She's trying to help her granddaughter get out of this crazy situation. She goes to this college party and fraternity and ends up in trouble, and Madea has to go in and rescue her, but she runs into all kinds of creepy characters that come out of the woods and scare the heck out of her.
How does doing a Halloween-themed movie compare with the other Madeas? Because I feel like there's a lot of room for creativity.
Yeah, this is a lot more fun in the sense that she gets an opportunity to just be wild and be herself and be out there and be afraid, because you rarely ever see her be vulnerable and afraid. So her and Joe, I think Joe steals this movie though. Old man Joe he's coming to a life of his own. It's probably time for him to have his own movie.
Is that possible? Is that coming?
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe so.
Where did Madea come from? I mean, how did she sprout out of your head?
Well, I saw Eddie Murphy do The Clumps, and his grandmother character. I said, I want to do an old woman character, and I based her on the funniest women I knew, which was my mother and my aunt, and yeah, she's hilarious. What
did they think of your portrayal then, knowing that it's based on them?
Oh, absolutely love it. My mother, before she passed, she loved Madea. She told me never stop doing Madea, and I told her I'm determined to not be her age playing her.
They weren't offended at all. There was nothing, like they weren't nervous about seeing this portrayal of themselves.
Not at all. And they are the NC-17 version of Madea.
Oh, they're even more extreme and more risque.
Oh yeah, that's right, for sure.
So you had to dilute it down for TV and for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe one day I'll let her cut loose and see what happens.
Where do you get your ideas for all these, again, the 10th one? Where do you get all these ideas? Because you write it, you produce it, you direct it, and you star in it.
I'm a person that just sometimes inspiration will just come. I'll be walking down the street or in the car and I'll see someone at a bus stop, and that just the character of them will just inspire me. So inspiration comes from a lot of places for me.
Where will we see Madea next? I mean, what has she not done yet that you'd like to see her in?
Well, Madea Family Funeral is next, and that comes out next year. And it's really funny, and I'm worried because it's rated R, because I just took the reins off, and we'll see what happens though.
Really? So it's going to be about a funeral, but we know it's going to be funny.
Oh, it's hysterical. It's hysterical.
It doesn't, like, you have to think about how's that going to work.
Oh yeah, it's the funniest funeral. It's a funny funeral, but if you know Madea and Joe and Hattie and Bam, you know they find themselves in some funny situations all the time.
What do you think it is about these characters that people just love so much, besides being hilarious?
Well, I think, everybody had a Madea in their family in some kind of way, an aunt or a grandmother, a nana, and somebody who was like her, and I think that's what people remember and are endearing towards, so that's what's great for me.
Tyler, anything else before we wrap up that we should look out for in terms of what you're doing?
Yeah, well, so I've got so much going on. My book comes out, it's called Hires Waiting, it comes out in November. Okay. And I just released a trailer on Friday for Acrimony, my new movie with Taraji, which comes out in March, and it's amazing.
How do you find the time? You are so busy. You're in everything.
I have a good team. They help me to manage it all and pull it all together, so I have a really good team.
Well, congratulations. You're so talented. And we'll be looking out for Boo 2, a Madea Halloween out in theaters on October 20th. Thanks so much, Tyler.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem. Great talking to you.